Yo, what up? Welcome to the Binge Eater podcast with your boy, a man. Me, I'm a man. Here with a couple of men. Hell yeah. A couple dudes out here. Got my baby cousin Lynch on the ones and twos. And Matt Raub. Hell yeah. What's up, dude?
Hell yeah. What's up, buddy? Thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, you got a couple exciting things going on in your life.
Yeah.
I saw you post that you have this wrestling thing. What I saw it, first of all, the name was Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
Yeah.
That's what a special needs person, when they type in Google and they want pictures of John Cena, they go to the Google search bar and they're like Wrestling Pro Wrestling.
I'm looking for Wrestling Pro Wrestling. I'm looking for people who are wrestling. Yeah, man. Well, the reason why it's called that is because it's a parody wrestling company. It is 100% a comedy wrestling company put together by some veterans, some people that have worked in prop making, costume design, some former producers. And it is...
you say costume prop design because what you posted was like, it looked like Powdered Toast Man or something.
I know.
Body slamming a giraffe.
So it's
like puppets.
It's bigger than puppets. It's gagoos. It's big gagoo wrestling. You know, I mean,
Lynch doesn't know what a gagoo is. You got to tell him what a gagoo is.
Yeah, we'll talk off camera. It's you're a big weeb. You know, big kaiju battle, right? Like the big thing.
I'm a mid-weeb. Yeah, mid-weeb.
Yeah, sure. But even mid-weebs know it's like big
kaiju,
costumes.
Yeah, it's King Kong, Godzilla.
King Kong, Godzilla. They do like a big live show. Mothra. Keep naming them. Who else?
Yeah, that's it. Godzilla.
Godzilla 2. Godzuki.
Pacific Rim Boys, those boys that were doing DDR inside the machine to control it.
Yeah, so. Left and right, and we're walking. But it's basically, it's these giant costumes that these guys have built, and we put on a parody comedic wrestling show with some of the wackiest characters. Our hero's name is Cereal Man. He's a giant anthropomorphic box of cereal.
Yep. That's the hero.
I'm already in right now.
Hero.
He had Hulk Hogan vibes right away. I saw him. That's the guy.
Not only that, but he's been a heel. He's been Hollywood Cereal Man in the past, and he's created an evil faction called Wrestling Pro.
Everything you're saying sounds entirely made up. But I know. What's the Instagram for? Wrestling Pro Wrestling?
Wrestling Pro Wrestling. Yeah,
guys, you gotta take a look at that. Check it out because
I'll throw it up there because I was looking at it right now and I'm like instantly interested.
It's so weird. Our heels, the biggest heel faction we have is the Fromage Horsemen of the Apocalypse, and it's led by Ricotta Flair and Terry Blanchetter. And it's a really good group.
Yeah. You've done some wrestling back in the day. People always dream about doing wrestling, but it's a
weird thing to dream when you think about it, you know?
Yeah, you're like, touch them men. I want to get in front of everyone, touch them men.
I want to get my ass kicked. I want to get
my hair to be wet at work.
Yeah,
that's not what people think of.
That is. It's the first thing they think of. I did it.
You went to like a training thing, eh?
Yeah. In high school, I convinced my dad to let me join a pro wrestling school, and he stupidly did.
To let you take a fall.
To let me take multiple falls. I did it for 12 weeks. I was so bad at taking a back bump that the group duct taped my arms across like this because I kept putting my hands down. So they duct taped my arms like this, and I had to get up, and they basically they ran a train on me. They basically had guys shoulder block me or clothesline me until I learned how to do it. And in doing that, I developed a chronic hairline fracture in my ribs.
Oh, nice.
On my first my graduation match, I took
I would.
Yeah.
Did you partake in like backyard wrestling?
Back bumps?
Any videos?
You missed out on those back bumps though. Mirror's in my house doing back bumps right now.
Back bumps are awful. Back bumps are awful. You're just supposed to land on your shoulder blades. I mean, I did some of the backyard stuff. It was fun, but like I was like, I like the idea of doing this in front of like people. Yeah. Let's see what this looks like.
You ever see the videos of that crazy kid who's on a table and he has like barbed wire in a pool?
Oh, dude, superhuman.
This is for John Cena. And then he takes off his shirt. He's like, let's go. And then he jumps into. I've seen him elbow. Drop a microwave.
Yep, he's elbow dropped a microwave. Yeah, it's a bad time for him, but I had a good time.
Yeah, that's true. That's most of wrestling.
Yeah, you could still do it. You basically wrestled. You got knocked out of a ring. That's kind of
Let
like
me get
wrestling.
addicted to pills first, one step at a time. I've been
That's true. You can't
I'm
do one
working
without the
backwards.
other.
I've been
You want to
watching a
launch
lot
your
of-
dark side of wrestling first before you.
That's what I was
start.
saying. I've been
Good.
watching a lot of Dark Side of Wrestling, so I'm
Hell
working
yeah.
backwards. And you know what I saw? I just started watching and realized they had this very smart Dark Side of Comedy.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
Some good episodes.
That makes
like,
a lot of
really
sense.
good ones.
Yeah,
The
it
Norm
makes a
Macdonald
lot of
one
sense.
is
And then I'm like,
sad.
obviously, what? We're making Dark Side of YouTube boys or what?
Yeah, we gotta.
We need that.
Right? That'd be a fucking good time, right?
Who's your first subject?
Make a phone call.
Vitaly.
Vitaly's in episode 3. You don't start with Vitaly.
Well, the other thing is like you do someone who got killed or something, or someone
Yeah.
who, you gotta.
Who was that travel vlog couple? You do them first. Those like adventurers.
Oh, that like broke out of YouTube. That's just
Yeah,
that's real life.
That's
That's
like
just
mainstream.
You're like stepping on the toes of other
Dark side
sides
of-
of when you do that
Yeah.
one. It's like, wait, stay in your lane, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the Matt Rife episode of Dark Side of Comedy. I'm just really hoping
That's been wild.
Yeah,
I've been
so wild.
catching, not that I've caught any of his content, but I am definitely catching the content about how much he sucks now, which seems to be the.
That's
general
funny. The
headline.
algorithm was never like, you're gonna like this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But now they're like, this
it
guy
never
that
said
I
that.
never told you about. You want to see him get knocked off a pedestal? People
You should
love-
really see how
people
bad
love
this
that,
guy
though.
is. They do.
I
That's
watched
what
his
the
whole.
internet
I
is.
watched his whole special,
Of course
but I
you do.
watched
really?
it immediately after the Shane Gillis special.
Oh, that's
So it was tough because the Shane Gillis special was like the funniest. Did you see it, by the way, Matt?
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Oh, it's like
It's worth a watch.
I had like an Asian friend hit me up and be like, dude, this guy said very like mean stuff about my people. I didn't want to like this, and damn, it's the funniest shit.
that's what you know. It's
And
funny.
Yeah, and I went and watched it again because it was really good.
Who was I just watching? There was a clip of Jesselnick was on some podcast.
He's the man.
Oh, yeah.
Still,
And he
I don't
was-
not enough Jesselnick in life, really. Like
Yeah.
I want like a
I'm pretty sure he has his own podcast now.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
it
that's
might
not.
have been
I don't
his.
want him. I want him on the TV acting. I
don't
want
know
him
if
be.
he's-
I want him in
Oh,
something.
you want him in movies?
I like
you want him in-
looking at that guy.
You want the Curse 2. You
Mm.
want Curse 2 with Anthony Jeselnik.
He looks
He-
like Donnie, actually, a guy that's not here right now that we never show his face. Justin, it kind of looks like him.
Now you
But
could do.
You're watching The Curse, right? Lynch, are you watching The Curse?
I want to, but I haven't been able to access it because I think it's on.
Yeah. Matt,
No.
are you? Do you have?
I'm
Have you
2
been watching-
episodes
are you-
behind. I'm 2 episodes behind.
It is a
I'm very
brand new
interested.
style of content of a show. The genre I would say is uncomfortable.
Cringe porn, baby.
It's like it's fucking ugly.
It's so.
It's
uncomfortable.
Nathan
So-
Fielder, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
and Benny Safdie. It is just
Yeah, that's
so like hurtful. Like and it gets worse. I fucking hate-
Alienware. That sounds so cool. I should look that up.
I'm very interested, so I'm going to get to it. But I'm glad you're Are you co-signing it, or are you saying that it's too much to handle when you?
No,
watch?
it's amazing.
Okay.
It's amazing, but
Okay,
it is
that's what I
very
thought you were
intense.
saying,
It is
but
But if
very
someone's like, I hate
intense.
that show, I can't watch it, I'd be like, oh, I totally understand.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't recommend it to someone. Even I don't need to. I'm
But
just
you
like,
recommend it
I
to me,
rec-
though.
yeah, you big brain people, you know. I mean, I'm not going to recommend it to children.
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyways,
so not for my daughter. Okay. Perfect.
No, not yet. Next year. Matt, what's your favorite
No.
fast food?
My favorite fast food. What category? Like this brand itself?
Favorite fast food?
Taco Bell.
Fucking
God.
Taco
Wow,
Bell.
Taco
Big deal.
Bell.
Right? Taco Bell's a big deal.
I didn't know
Taco
Taco Bell had
Bro,
this kind
Taco
of
Bell,
hold on
they-
people.
They made that Dorito Loco shell. They made $300 million the year they made that shell.
I
And
mean,
then you know what they did?
That's big brain.
Then they dropped the fucking Cool Ranch on everyone like the
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah. The
And
Cool
now
Ranch is a
people,
move.
I talk to people, they're like, every time I go to Taco Bell, I get a Dorito Loco. You know, I don't even like that taco. To me, it's just a worse taco shell. For me, the everyday purchase at Taco Bell, whenever I go, 100%, I'm getting a chalupa.
Oh, interesting.
Chalupa is the best item there. I also like the cheesy gordita crunch.
I have one order I've
Okay.
never deterred from. And I play a game with the people in the drive-through every time I
You're
go
sick.
up and I order one chicken Stacy Diaz. And I say it. I order one PP5 later. And I order 3 cheese roll-ups. And every time it works. And I get a chicken quesadilla and a beefy 5-layer. And it works every single time. It works every time. I have
And,
video of
and
me
the
doing
taquito
this.
or whatever the
Cheesy
the
roll-ups.
cheesy roll ups. That's what they're
Mm.
called.
Yeah, they're so good.
Taco
There's just
Bell's-
melted
Taco Bell's
cheese inside
ugly
of a
calling that
tortilla.
thing a cheesy roll up.
It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah, it is. And they're like $1 for 3 or some shit.
Yep. It's dirt cheap. It's dirt
I'm just
cheap.
surprised. I feel like we just don't have enough Taco Bells here in Canada because it feels like it's an American.
Well, it's
thing.
shut down in Quebec now. It's out of Quebec. But Lynch, I got to tell you something interesting about Matt.
Okay. Drop it.
I haven't
Sure.
had my biggest feast, like outside of an epic meal, with you. It
Oh,
was
really?
with Matt.
Come on.
Me and
Which
Matt
time?
on our shut it down days. One time I was at his place, I ordered so much fucking Uber Eats. The driver called and was like, I'm taking it. He was like, I don't care, I'm taking it.
Yeah.
It was
can't
just
have
me and Matt. We ordered so much, you would think
So
it was
much.
for 6 people. That I know this guy was like, fuck it. I'm getting
Yeah.
fired from Uber. I'm
Yeah.
taking this home and I'm working for Lyft. And he called and he was like, this is mine. And I'm like, dude, I see you. Come here. He's like, no. This is
So
he
much.
took it. Yeah. We ordered it again. Me and this guy, they had those like boxes where it was like 30 tacos
Yeah.
and like 5 quesadillas or something. I'd be like, we're like, that's easy.
And I
Fire
haven't
off
even-
that order.
I haven't even done a KFC order with you. When I go KFC, it's nuts. I
So
get
I'm not
the
there for
bag.
Christmas ever.
Yeah, I know. You got to do Christmas KFC.
Do you go hit up a
Yeah.
Kentucky Hut? Does that exist still?
Not
They
in
have-
LA, they don't.
No?
There's one on the outskirts. There's a KFC Taco Bell hybrid. We have more Taco Bell Pizza Hut hybrids.
I see some motherfucking Long John Silvers out there too.
Really? I have not seen a Long John Silver in LA.
That's not in LA or outside LA.
No way.
Where do
I've
I
not
see?
seen
Where do I
one.
see my Long John Silvers? Whenever I drive by, I'm always like,
Texas.
ugh.
Texas.
Texas.
On one of your
Is it
multiple trips to
Texas? You think
Texas,
so?
yeah.
You're like
Yeah.
landlocked with that. Wait,
Yeah.
is Texas landlocked? No, it's not.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
You count Mexico.
I can't believe Matt's your fattest partner. That's crazy.
He is. He
That's
is.
that's
And
wild.
also, he's my
because we've
he's my
done some
roller
serious
coaster.
damage,
Bro,
Big
he's my roller
damage.
coaster partner also. Like we're on the fucking roller coaster. We go up and down.
Oh,
We
okay.
have our times. Yeah.
Well, I've been on that ride for a while. I mean, I've been living that life, but
You've been on that slow crawl up. Like that's like
Yeah.
yeah.
And then because you're not like me and Matt don't have it like you. Like when you come down, like you can come down fast. Me and Matt, like Matt,
Yeah.
I had to fucking box for 2 years. Matt had to run up mountains.
Ugh. It took a
Painful.
pandemic for me to do it.
Yeah.
We can need another one of those.
That's how I knew you were really fucked up. Because people in the pandemic that got their shit together, I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
Yeah.
There's something wrong with him.
Can't
Yeah,
Something
that's
wrong.
like Bruce Wayne shit.
Boy ain't right. I was just doing pull-ups in a cave. Yeah.
Yeah.
I called it my broken back era, man. That was exactly.
Oh,
what
did you
was.
call it that?
Yeah, I was like, I
That's
gotta
so
climb out
funny.
of this cave, and it worked. It worked.
Yeah. You know, it's interesting thing about broken back. Shout out to Batman, who is in Fortnite.
Ah,
And Goku.
He is in
seriously,
Goku.
Actually, I do want to talk about Fortnite for a second, guys. To everyone listening and that are bothered, I'm talking to you. Actually, I'm talking to the cool dudes that fucking hate Fortnite. If
Yep.
you like Fortnite, you fucking loser. Get out of here. I'm not talking to you. But if you don't like Fortnite, I'm talking to you, dude. You should like Fortnite. Let me explain.
It is so good.
I slept on it for a long time, and then I finally hopped in there with Matt, and I believe that, and I pitch Fortnite a lot. And Matt brought up the same thing that I always say, is that if it wasn't called Fortnite and it was called Ready Player One, a lot more people would enjoy it.
Mhm.
If it was called the metaverse, which it basically is everything that Facebook wants the metaverse to be currently, which could expand, but wants it to be now, people would be more curious. But because when you're like Fortnite, you think of Ninja dancing on New Year's Eve, you're like, I don't want anything to do with that. And I get that. But I'm being serious. There's something beautiful about booting into Fortnite and just seeing Goku with a shotgun blast Spider-Man. Like it's just something.
Dude, not only that, Goku with a shotgun and a licensed Terminator back bling coming down on the Ecto 1. And then now,
Yeah.
as of this week, singing the lyrics to Dog Days Are Over after he shotgunned someone in the face.
Yeah, your Rock Band instruments, because Fortnite is crazy, your Rock Band instruments work in Fortnite now.
What?
So you can emote by basically like getting the Lady Gaga song and doing it. You're playing the drums, and maybe your character Will Smith or RoboCop is playing the drums. Once you get past the fact that, like, you know, Fortnite's like, oh, okay. Once you get past that, it's actually great because
Lego stuff alone, dude. Lego alone. You never have to touch Fortnite.
I didn't even talk about that.
I thought
part.
people were mad about this whole Lego.
They added
pissed off
Lego.
about this.
They don't
Yeah,
have
we're
to.
happy?
'Cause It's entirely optional. If people,
do you mean?
gamers get mad all the time. It's optional. Like you have all of Fortnite, whatever. But then if you
my
want, you
favorite
can
part of
just
Twitter.
boot up Yeah, you boot up Lego Fortnite, and it's a whole ass game that is, at a glance right now, seems deeper than every other Lego game. Seems deeper than Lego Worlds also or whatever. Yeah. But you're basically like crafting shit, making a house, whatever. I went on Fortnite the other day. I was showing people just why they should play Fortnite. And I saw Matt was in a world. You got to send me the invite to that world. I couldn't just hop in.
I know. It's Steve.
And I saw it said your mic was off. My mic was off. I thought, I didn't want to come in and then peace, what am I doing? Come in and emote a couple times and bounce?
Yeah.
I just want to show you around. A lot of shit? Are you building?
So so it's almost 1-for-1 Minecraft, like straight up the size of the world.
Better. I like it better.
It's better because it's Lego and because it's the stuff that you could do and it's not as blocky. Like because they're using Unreal 5.
I like it better because I'm old, not autistic.
Well,
but a little bit Lego, like in that much.
but
not Minecraft,
But like when you build, it is building Legos. Like it is a 1-for-1. You stack Legos. Like it's exactly how you would do it in real life. Yeah, we have an entire village. It's also a shareable server. Yeah. So like I'm on with Steve Zaragoza. He gave me a key to his. I have houses there. We can have 16 people at once. We're like going on adventures together. Mm-hmm. It's insane. Yeah. And I'm also fucking Michelangelo from the Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, everyone's got it. You got to check it out. It's good times. And all the best and also there's a no build mode for people that just want to go and shoot. Like you don't need to be worried about the building anymore. And all the best gamers are playing Apex and Warzone. So when I go into Fortnite, I fuck these iPad kids up. Like I know they're crying. Sometimes I hear their voice and I know they're like sound so young and I'm like, oh, that's good.
Well, you're rolling into someone playing on an iPad. That's your competition.
100%, bro. Yeah, or they're on
like an iPad
Fortnite player or some shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. There's a lot.
God.
Yeah.
yeah. And you hear them screaming.
I guess it's a free to play game, right? It's not
completely free to play.
That was
you can spend money on it. I'll tell you right now, you can spend some money. That's
I remember we did a thing with PUBG back in the day, and that was kind of the era where they were battling. It's like Fortnite, PUBG.
Well, what happened? So Fortnite came out first, but it was a mode that they now call Save the World, which is basically just like a wave survival shooter, which is DayZ. So they tried to make DayZ, but in a cartoonish way. And then PUBG came out, and Fortnite was like, we can make what they made. We can make a battle royale. That's easy.
PUBG wasn't even the first one to come out like that.
No,
but you had to buy the game. You had to actually buy the actual game, which was the biggest difference. And then I remember seeing how much money Fortnite was making. I was like, holy fuck.
Yep.
This is a free to play game and they're making this much per month.
They're making so much money that they were like, we're taking our game off the App Store, Apple.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's right.
And then Epic Games, our Google was like, but you don't try. And they're like, nah, we're going to sue you too.
Anybody else?
Yeah.
How come Facebook didn't just buy them? I don't understand. You guys were like, oh, Facebook wishes they were them. How come Facebook's like, okay, I'll just buy you now.
Buy Fortnite?
I think that's close. I think we're either going to see
happen, right?
a merger or some kind of acquisition soon because Facebook's got to make some kind of play. Facebook's kind of walked away from gaming. Like it's not a priority for them anymore. They realize that they can make more money by tricking moms into watching trailers over and over again.
Yeah, but I think they want those kid brains. That's why I feel like if they were to acquire Fortnite,
that sounds very sinister, by the way. They want
it would instantly
what?
Yeah, like MetaQuest 5 or 6 would instantly include Fortnite. If they bought Fortnite, they would include that into their VR headset. Because even though I stepped away from gaming, the Facebook headset is pretty the most common one that people have.
Sure,
that's the most common VR headset, and
especially it's cheaper now. You can get the 3 for a couple bucks. Like it's really not bad. I'll tell you what, Lynch, you could watch the trend if it happens. If they put out a first person mode in Fortnite, you will absolutely see something happen with Meta because that means that they can then port to the headset. And if they port to the headset, they're going to see all these people playing this game in VR, and VR is owned by Meta, and Meta will absolutely.
I play a lot of Population 1. I went out on my headset. That was a game I played a lot, which was basically their version of Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
But we killed VR. Matt and I, we had a team of like 20 people, and throughout the pandemic, every week would go in and watch movies in
no one invited me though. Just out there.
You have a headset? You got a headset?
No, I'm just fucking around.
But I did tell you to get one like 2 years.
You did. No, he did. He's like, oh, we're having fun. We're in the theater. We're playing random movies on horror night or whatever it is. And I'm like, he's like, you'd have a lot of fun. And I'm like, for sure. And then I just failed to complete the
random horror sequel generator, baby. We took every number 2 or number.
Sounds like my kind of good time though. It sounds like a good time. I was like, I'd like that because I don't want to think about the movie.
But what he was just saying is something I wondered how you'd feel about that, like random part 2 or part
I like
3
that.
of a horror. Yeah, and
No, I'm off picking
something
content.
sick.
I don't want to
Yeah,
pick
me
anymore.
too. So
I
I'm
want
Same.
it to be dictated to me like it used to be back in the day when I'd be flipping channels. I'm like, these are my options. I have nothing.
No, sometimes, yeah. My
Or
TV
like you
has
see the
a
beginning
weird-
of a movie and you're like, oh, I don't know. I'm in now. And that's it.
Yeah.
You know?
My TV has an internet, like weird internet channel thing.
Yeah.
You could flip through channels like OMG fail channel.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Plex, there's this app called Plex, and it does the same thing. It has a full internet TV thing. It's got like every game show network. It's got, I think there was an Epic Mealtime.
There was
I think
definitely
there is. I think
we
there
had
still
Epic
is.
Mealtime channels on a few of those. Like
Yeah, and then
I
Harley said the
Pluto
R
or-
word, and they fired you guys.
That's right. It did happen. I didn't say the R word. I said R word.
No, you said R word and we got a phone call.
But I didn't say the R word, like actually.
No,
the
no,
word.
no, you didn't. No.
And by the way,
no,
we're
no.
talking about the long R, not the short R.
That's true. Yes.
Yeah.
But we did get a phone call and I was like, this is really a problem. We didn't say anything. It just says R word. And they're like, advertising.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, but we know what you mean.
I'm always
Because I was
confused what
I
they
was
like and
reacting
don't
to a
like.
video and I was like, look at this R word shitting in his pants. No, I didn't. That's not what
I was like crazy, and they had an
That's
issue
not what he
with that?
said.
That's
That's
so
not what he
bizarre.
said. Yeah.
So IKEA, I'm gonna talk about these motherfuckers for a second. They're offering the ultimate Christmas dinner. Basically, I would say epic Christmas dinner. It's a turkey-sized meatball, which is actually like the 4th episode of Epic Mealtime.
It really is. Yeah.
The extra large signature IKEA meatball.
I'm gonna share a picture with you, Matt.
4.5 kilograms.
Have you
in weight,
guys-
comes
have you guys
boxed
done
and
this?
ready to cook? Yeah, we did. We called the meatball Death Star.
Oh
We
man,
did it a long time ago. I cut it with a chainsaw.
The other watched Epic
Whoa.
Mealtime 2010 to get this one.
Yeah. Look,
Yeah.
it takes a while to get YouTube over to Switzerland. Like it takes time. So like they're just getting early 2000s now.
Yeah, imagine getting it to Sweden. It'd be even crazier.
Sweden,
Well,
not even.
same. He said it, and I was like, everyone knows same shit.
Everyone knows.
Yeah, who cares? Yeah.
They
we just
also
alienated
offer a veggie-
all our
I love
Swiss
my
and,
Swedes. I love my
Swedes. Yeah,
Swiss.
they're all mad at us.
PewDiePie is listening and punching the air. They also have a veggie ball one.
Oh,
If it was fucking 2012 internet, you get your ass beat for that one, IKEA.
They have a what?
I mean, I'm like
you
a
get your
veggie-
ass beat. They got a veggie
meatball?
ball one.
Oh yeah.
You gotta.
I
If
mean,
you're
it's
appealing to those
2023.
people.
It's a
Yeah.
bit different now. You gotta
If you put
have
out a
that.
big hunk of meat, yeah.
But you have to win this thing. I don't even think you can't even buy it. It's only in the UK
Oh.
too, which feels kind of weird. That
Oh.
why would they be giving a giant meatball to the UK and not the US? Feels like they're off a little bit on this one. Like, why would
Yeah,
the
that's
US
really
get this
weird.
option?
Where?
This feels
Which
like a
state?
very
Which
US
state
thing.
wants that meatball the most?
Texas.
Texas, obviously.
So I feel like, first of all, one thing I want to say about Texas.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
Close
let's hear
your
it.
eyes. Close your eyes
Here
for
we
a second. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Picture Texas.
Okay.
You
Red.
see it?
Red.
Mhm, I see it. Yeah.
Wrong. That's Florida. Open your eyes.
Oh. Then what is
Everything
Texas?
you think Texas is like, it's pretty chill. But it's Florida that's the cartoon.
Yeah.
Like, even no matter what, cowboy hats, big belt buckles, firearms, like it's Florida. That's why I'm so ready for GTA 6. Make GTA 6 just like for it to like perfectly, the zeitgeist to line up perfectly, that it takes place in Vice City. So they're in Florida. And I saw a video that was showing all the things that they were parodying and referencing.
So crazy. Yeah.
From Florida, and they
yeah.
fucking did their research. They got
They really
like,
did.
ass twerking physics, like
Yeah.
BBL ass physics.
yeah.
Well, that guy's trying to,
crazy,
he's like
dude.
claiming he's going to sue them, that Joker guy. You ever see that guy where he's got full
Yeah,
Joker
because he's
Yeah.
like,
tattoo,
oh,
and
you
he's
copied me copying the Joker.
It's almost like, bro, you think that they don't
I
have
copied
a
a
legal
Joker first.
How dare you.
Lindsay Lohan also, she was had a picture where with the ankle thing, the little
Yeah.
ankle.
Well, wait, who was it? Was it someone sued
Denzel Washington,
the last GTA because I thought it was Lindsay Lohan.
Lindsay
because
Lohan, it was, and she
it
lost.
was. She
Yeah.
lost. So now she's she's trying again.
Right.
Yeah.
No,
Well,
I'm
this-
just
No, the
referencing
Joker-
how-
the Joker-
Oh, that one.
Yeah, the
Oh,
Joker.
Because I
Yeah.
thought that someone came forward and complained that they were being mocked other than the Joker. I can't
Yeah,
remember
you're
who it
thinking
was.
of Carlton from Fortnite dancing.
Oh,
We're
I
not
love
talking about Fortnite anymore.
Wait,
Matt.
Grand Theft Auto is Fortnite, right? It's just Fortnite?
Bro, I can't believe that Fortnite's going to drop a GTA when GTA comes out.
100%.
They're making it right now. It's just going to be open world, like robbing banks and stuff.
I'm going to say
It'll be
one
out
thing to you
way
about
before that.
GTA, and I know the hype is out. I know it's like the fastest growing video in the first 24 hours, the truth is, as someone who's stepped away, I used to be a multi-system person. I used to have like the PS, the Xbox. I play all the games. I'm out. I've been out for a long time. I play Switch like a child. And this game is going to force me to go buy a console. I know it
That's
already.
great.
I've already looked at it. I'm like, this is the one game that's going to convince me that I need to go.
Yeah, you got
be
to
a part of it and experience it. I have no choice. I have to
GTA,
do
you
it.
could do it at your own pace. Also, it's going to have a single player. You don't need to do multiplayer. You could.
It's even the kind of game I'd turn on with, like, if someone came over to hang out, like I'd hang out and play some GTA with them instead of watching a movie or whatever. It's like the one game that is really going to make me go spend $1,000.
We used to call that Popo Dodger in high school. We'd play GTA Vice City or San Andreas, and it was put on like all the guns, 5 stars, and then just see how long you could last, how much you could kill, and then pass the controller.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, it's Lynch. It's good when a game can do that, right?
I agree. Yeah, no,
like they're doing a good. Spider-Man was that for me for PlayStation. I was an Xbox boy for the longest time, and then they're like, "Well, you want to play the only good Spider-Man that'll ever exist?" And I got it, and it's the best.
So you thought it should have won Game of the Year then? That's what you're trying to tell me.
For sure.
No, Spider-Man 2?
Okay, not 2. Here's the thing. 2 made advances in 1, like slight tweaks, right? The glider, certain things, the ability to hot swap between characters. The main story was garbage, and the side missions were so repetitive.
Yeah, I didn't. I've put down Spider-Man 2 and beat other games since it's come out. I didn't do that with the first one.
Yeah,
but I mean, it's not like it's just because I've been here before, so it's very familiar territory.
Spider-Man 1 is a absolutely revolutionary game. It is the best superhero game ever made. Period, hands down. Beats the Arkham games. Beats Superman 64. Beats
IGN
everything.
just gave Tears of the Kingdom, Legend of Zelda Game of the Year.
Interesting.
Well, I thought it was interesting that like Resident Evil 4 was on Game of the Year runner-ups, a lot of them. And I'm like, that game's already been there.
Yeah.
I played Alan Wake 2. Alan Wake 2 is so good.
You told me about
I really
that.
recommend it. It's like an episode of like Twin Peaks.
That's
super cinematic. Yeah, like Lynch, when you get
that.
your Xbox or whatever, your PlayStation, GTA, you'll touch Alan Wake also. It won best game direction.
Probably, Matt, I'm likely to buy a PS. I think by the end of my gaming career, I was more playing my PS than I was playing my Xbox.
I think a PS is a better purchase for you.
I always like the controller better for me. I always enjoyed playing on the PS more.
The PlayStation 5 controller is like the best controller, but these things, they're drifting now. It's been out for like I have had mine for like a year and a half. It's starting to drift. And
what do you mean by drift? What do you mean by that?
Like if you don't touch anything, it like slowly moves.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, and that's ugly because like you could take out a PS1 dual shock controller and it's not going to do that. You could take out
too much. Is it too much tech inside of it that's just causing issues?
No, dude, it's planned obsolescence.
It is planned. It's planned obsolescence, and also they're using really cheap materials to make these things because they're like, well, there's software inside, so if there's ever any issues, we could update firmware. Firmware is not going to fix cheap parts, so the cheap parts is what the issue is.
They've got planned obsolescence because they think we're planned obsolescence.
They do. That's what they said. They said that. It's true.
These dummies over here.
You see that press release? It was in Japanese. I used ChatGPT to translate it.
It did. It said planned obsolescence. It said it right there.
Yeah.
Lynch, do you think you'll use the PlayStation to watch like TV as well, or just game?
No, probably just gaming. I mean,
least amount of features. This guy. 100%.
Yeah, I'm not that guy. I still watch I still have cable. You know what I mean?
Okay. The reason why I say is because like I think that the video encoders on the PS5 are better than the Xbox. So like if you were to watch Netflix or Amazon or watch something like watch a streaming service, PlayStation is better than Xbox.
Why would I do it? But my TV does all this now. So I mean, like you just don't want to exit out.
No, but like the PlayStation might actually even be better than your
PlayStation.
TV.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for sure. But here's the thing. My opinion, I actually don't care about maximizing the quality on my TV experience for watching anything. I comfortably watch like a 720p on a big screen. Like I don't care about that. It's the gaming that needs to be good.
So you'll watch 720p and you don't care, but if the game comes out and it's like
but the game comes out like weird. I get like, I gotta have like variable refresh rate, auto, low latency mode. I gotta get the HDMI 2.1, like
Crank up all the
8K
accessibility.
wire. I go through all the settings. I make it good, but then I'll go to like watch a movie, like something
TikTok
on
did this
Prime or
too.
Netflix.
This is TikTok.
Something on Prime on Netflix, and it's just like it could be blown out. I might adjust the contrast, but I'm not like, oh, what's with the why isn't it the picture as smooth as, like, I'm watching something is just fine. That's okay.
I actually agree with you in some sense, because when we shoot content and people are like, you got to shoot in 4K, I'm like, I just don't want to. I don't care. Like, just give me 1080p and I'm cool. Like, it looks good to me from a final product standpoint.
It's fine because it's not like gaming has so many fine details and you need it to run smooth. The smoother, the better. TV, like, I'm just so used to watching it.
But TikTok did do this though, because there was like the standard quality now has changed so much, even from
my mentality
like,
with this has been way before TikTok. I bought TVs for gaming before TV all the time. I could like stream it on something and people will be like, oh, up the quality. And I'll be like, sure. And I'll up the quality of it. But like when I can adjust it, like I usually just leave it auto. I'm not a stickler basically with that. However, I could still look at a TV, put on a Blu-ray and be like, wow, King Kong looks so good in 4K. And then I watch for like an hour and 45 minutes, and I'm not like, that just spoils me with the rest of my TV.
It's like sports for me. I watch sports like 4K or regular channel. I'm like, there's no difference really for me. I don't really care.
Remember when they used sports to leverage the sales of TVs so
Big
hard?
time.
They'd be like, sports mode, 240 hertz.
I mean,
that's why picture-in-picture was invented. Picture-in-picture existed so you could watch sports.
Yeah.
And now we don't even have it. I would love picture-in-picture.
Well, YouTube's having
Sports
that.
is holding
YouTube's
up
making
the package right now, man. Sports is literally holding down cable for everyone until, now Amazon and all these companies.
YouTube has, they have this update. You're going to be able to watch 4 videos at a time.
You can watch YouTube does football now. They have the package, the Sunday package, I believe, in the US.
I know that.
Yeah, you can have like
YouTube TV. Yeah,
YouTube TV. Sorry, but like they have way more features.
First the TV, then they did the.
We don't get YouTube TV.
On
Right?
the YouTube TV. That's crazy.
What's next? TV YouTube.
TV radio on YouTube Fortnite. No, it's great. I like it because, so wait, you said you can watch 4 things at once, like Justice League Watchtower style?
You can watch Fortnite at once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
can watch 4 things at once. Why were you?
That sounds like a terrible thing to me.
Bro, I like to fucking party. You know me.
Yeah, I know you do. You have 2 TVs in the living room, but like,
I know. It's like the guy that has 2 TVs is like, I don't care about quality. It's like, wow, go figure.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking. You're a listen TV.
You're in a.
And he's got his phone too.
You're more in a quantitative content mode than qualitative content.
Well, because 80% of what I watch is YouTube.
Yeah, you are.
20% of what I watch will be like a movie or something on a streaming service, and I don't put it on, and I don't like stand there in front of my TV, my hands on my hips, and I'm like, this isn't 4K. Like I'm watching it on Netflix, it's not.
You're the only adult that I know that watches as like more YouTube than anything. Like that's your streaming platform.
That's actually me too. YouTube is number
really?
one.
You're the same? Really?
I consume significant.
Very,
our hours are a lot.
Stuff.
Different stuff, but my hours are probably Harley and I have very similar hours on YouTube. I would say from. I just consume a ton of it. It's
just
I
Dead
just
or
don't
Alive
watch it on
physics. Physics compilations. Is that what
he'll send me like a no jumper clip of Kanye saying crazy anti-Jew shit, and like I'll send him like something about like someone getting banned for almost showing their tits or something like that.
And then there's some crossover, like our algorithm will match up every once in a while, and it's like, oh, I've seen this or I've seen that, and we get served the same thing. But I just love like even background play. All these podcasts, like I don't even necessarily go. I just listen to clips of podcasts, shut my screen off, and I'm cool. Like it's kind of like the same thing for me.
Not Matt. Matt likes to watch like the Muppet Christmas special from the 80s.
Yeah.
No. Hey, hold on. I want to say I'm big into 80s movies. I've been watching a lot of throwback 80s movies. It's a good time.
I've been watching the James Bond 80s movies.
Whoa.
It's so funny because it's James Bond, but it's an 80s movie first.
Yeah.
It has like
Tim Dalton, that era?
Roger Moore is the first one, but in 81, but that's his last one, Living Daylights. And it won't, for some reason, Prime says the languages are available, but it's only in Deutsch. Won't, and that's the one I want to watch because this is the one he has I saw at the beginning the bad guy has like a cat that he's petting.
Oh yeah.
And watching through all the James Bond movies, I like to see all these Austin Powers references along the way.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, oh, this is the one that inspired Dr. Evil and Mr. Bigglesworth.
Yep.
But it's not running. But then that's the last Roger Moore one. Then the next ones are Timothy Dalton. I watched those. I like those ones.
Me too.
Roger Moore was like, I don't know. He was very horny.
Yeah.
He was very horny and everyone wanted to fuck him so bad. And I didn't really believe it. It was very like, it was peak dad movie, like 70s.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is someone just said Jack Reacher season 2 is peak dad TV.
Oh,
so I was like, let me go see dad TV, you know, because I like something stupid these days.
I like that guy. I like Alan Ritchson a lot. He's great.
What else is he in?
He's Raphael in the live action Ninja Turtles.
He did claim natural.
Fuck,
You know
that makes sense.
You know, he claimed natural.
100% no. He has a shirtless scene in it. It's peak daddy TV. Let me tell you. And I even paused it and went and looked at his nipples really close. I thought I saw a little puff. But
you thought he had some gyno?
Yeah, I saw a little puff. It looked like in the outline of the nipples popping a little bit. It looked like that. Yeah. But he I started watching his pretty jokes. He's like, I'm a wanderer. And then someone calls his phone and they're like, our bro buddy, he's dead. And he's like, I'm coming on the plane. Not exactly these words, but you know what I'm saying.
Okay, yeah.
I'm coming right now. I'm a wanderer.
And then he sees her and he's like, who killed our friend? And then so they meet up with another friend. He's like, you didn't hear? Our other friend is dead. And
Well, you barely have to pay attention, really.
And he's like, I'm going to kill these guys. Of course, I'm playing Xbox at the same time.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to kill these guys. And like, that's what it is. It's just like, he's going to kill people because they killed his friends. And you're just like, yeah, dude, fucking Alan Mornstein would love this shit, bro.
Do you think you guys, like, Matt, are you destined? You know, you obviously consume a lot of good content. Do you think when you get older,
content, I wouldn't say good.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't say good.
do you think
some of the worst
do you think
content
when you
I've
get
consumed
older
is-
in like dad age, like our dad's, older range, you're gonna start watching Chicago Fire? Like, is that going to be your destiny, or are you going to maintain what you watch now?
I think the majority of my content, like picking, is based around nostalgia, because I was like the one time that I could turn my brain off and just like enjoy nonsense stuff. However, I think that the new shows and the things that people are spending money on and the shows that are getting produced now are built in nostalgia. So I think that we're just getting fed. It's the Homer Simpson getting fed donuts in hell. It's like,
but are you going to watch CBS the night shift, the night lineup of CBS Chicago?
I saw a trailer from one of those shows.
Yeah.
One of those shows, it was called like Chicago Police Hospital and Fire Department. And there was a clip and it was one guy saying to the other, and he's like, are you serious? You snitched on the police? And it was like just a clip in it. And they kept playing it on like Canadian TV. And I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
It was like hospital, police, man, firefighter.
Plus.
And the clip they kept showing was a guy saying, you snitched on the police? And I was like, how the fuck do you snitch on the police? What is going on in this show? What is this like? What's it about? And I honestly, in my opinion, I don't think it's the most mindless show. I think the mindless, like a real sneaky mindless shows are, no offense to people that are listening, Lucifer.
Oh yeah.
I see Lucifer as like
the same,
peak fucking.
Well, they're procedurals, right? They are literally built to have a formula so that it's supposed to be comfort food. Like, right? For the reason why our parents love that so much is because they knew what was going to happen. They could watch Law and Order, or they could watch LA Law, or they could watch The Practice, and they can go, oh, well, I know that's the bad guy. That's what's going to happen. It's comfort food, right? It doesn't shock you or scare you. And then that's when our generation came in, because we're like, have you heard about this show Lost? Have you heard about this show? We're like, we don't know what's going on. It's crazy. No one does. The writers don't even know what's going on. But so now we're in an era where we're kind of tired of that. And we want our creature comforts. We want our like old, like, oh man, I miss it. I just watched I'm not a Doctor Who guy anymore. I haven't watched in like 15 years, but they brought back the cast from like 2006, David Tennant, and the whole cast and the writer, and they did 3 specials as if it was then, and it was great. It was exactly what I wanted. It's nostalgia, and it like hit perfectly, and it's there. It's predictable. Doctor Who
gives a shit.
More like
No, what's interesting about Doctor Who is when I went to like when YouTube shit started happening, I would go to these conventions, like whatever, nerdy conventions from 2010 onwards. I would see Doctor Who stuff and people spoke about Doctor Who. And I was like, the fuck is Doctor Who? I'd gone my whole life to like 25 years old, never hearing about it or seeing it. Did you ever hear about Doctor Who growing up, Lynch?
Not really, no.
I don't think it ever made its way to Canada. It barely made its way
But
here.
it's British. We get that shit. We do get British.
We do, yeah.
So
yeah.
it for sure was.
We have the
Like
Queen.
we
on
got
our
Red
money,
Dwarf.
so.
No way they're giving us Red Dwarf and they're not giving us Doctor Who.
Fair. Red Dwarf is.
But why do I know what Red Dwarf is, but I don't know what Doctor Who is? Red Dwarf was like.
But Red Dwarf was operating in the time that Doctor Who wasn't. Like there was a period, like I was alive in the period, like my parents' friends were like huge Doctor Who nerds. We watched, there was like a Fox TV movie where they tried to do Doctor Who where like Eric Roberts was on and it's awful.
Yeah, but
Truly
Nerd Family though, that's what's different. Strong
that's true.
Nerd Family.
Yeah, that's fair.
had,
I
like,
got a lot
You were exposed
This
to
guy's
much
got
more than
6
the regular
brothers,
person.
so much more.
6
But
brothers. He had a comic book shop. Like he had
we
the
had it
things.
all.
Like they.
But in 2005, Doctor Who came back and they made it a big deal out of it in the BBC. And it was really hard to find and watch here. But it was like kind of in 2005, you didn't like bootlegs were like not a thing. You didn't need to find bootlegs.
You had to go to Canal Street, New York to get that.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was burnt on a DVD and halfway through it turned off.
And there was always a head that popped up in the middle of it. And
Yeah.
I was like, how is this even in a theater? But it got big again and it was huge and everyone got really into it. The thing I like about Doctor Who is it is the same. I'm a fan of a world building and it is the exact same canon that it was in the first episode aired in like 1960, whatever the year, the day that JFK was assassinated was the pilot
Is it?
of Doctor Who. Yeah. The same day that the
Coincidence?
I think not.
You got a new theory out here. Okay.
There it is. But it's fun. It's dumb. It's low hanging fruit sci-fi. Every episode to the point, Harley, of like Austin Powers. Every episode of Doctor Who, I was like, Rick and Morty did this. Rick and Morty, like some sci-fi parody show did this. Solar Opposites did this. But it's fine. It's nostalgic. It's procedural. It's cute. It's exactly
Well,
what I
speaking
want.
about nostalgia, you ever watch the show Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future?
No.
No.
What is that?
Neither of you?
I don't know. Maybe if you show
Captain
me
Power
an
and
image
the
or
Soldiers
something.
of the Future would air on Channel 13, and only the news aired on Channel 13. And Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future was Jonathan Power. And he's like, I'm here to prevent the fucking bad guys from fucking up. And they had all these dudes. There was one guy who was like a heavy machine gunner. Captain Power was just big dick
God.
swinging. There was one guy that went invisible, or like he made himself look like the enemy. It was so cool. I'm basically describing Team Fortress.
Yeah.
But it's way cooler than that. And there was a part in the show where it notified you to put on your 3D glasses
I
on
love
your
it.
TV. And so like I always saw that, but this like you don't get shit. Where I lived in Quebec, French Canada, you didn't get cool shit. So you didn't get the glasses.
Yeah.
So every time it was like put on your glasses, I was always like, oh, this is probably so cool for the kids that have these glasses. Very random show.
I'm looking for it right now. I'm trying.
You see it? You see it? Oh, you're gonna
Yeah, I see
you're
it.
gonna
You're
gonna order the DVD on Amazon?
The DVD on Amazon right now. I'm gonna pay
Full
the
set.
residuals of the creators.
Yeah.
Captain Power and the Soldiers of the Future, 1987. This looks incredible.
It is very crazy. I can't believe you don't know about it, Lynch. I would have figured somewhere we were like no, this was Ottawa days for you.
Yeah. I also wasn't allowed as
You were
much
playing in your
television
tree.
as
You were getting sucked off in your tree.
That was the treehouse. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah, I wasn't given the same amount of screen time as Harley. In fact,
Bro, you were given the treehouse, dude.
I was given
Treehouse
a
is
sick
fucking
treehouse.
big time.
Yeah, I feel like I'm failing because my dad was able to build that, and there's a 0% chance I could build a treehouse right now for my daughter. Exactly 0.
Really? You don't think you could do it?
No,
I mean,
dude,
I
we
could
were
watch
up
a
there.
few.
We were high
Yeah.
up, dude.
No, this
We
was
were
like
high up.
this was
Like, I
this
wouldn't
is
even.
way
I
up
wouldn't
there.
like. There's no way I'm letting my kid, if I had a kid,
Yeah,
get into the treehouse
yeah,
that was built by some guy born in 1987. Yeah, right. Dude.
yeah.
Where'd you get this wood? Home Depot? And you did that? You watched a
probably
YouTube
could.
video? You fucking nailed
Yeah.
it into the tree up there? My
For
kid's
sure.
not going up there, dude. Put the tree houses now, like with millennials having kids, like the tree house got to be like 5 feet off the ground.
No. First of all, Matt's right though. There is for sure a sick
Matt
treehouse
Raub?
community. No,
Oh.
no. Matt Raub is right. because there is definitely like a really chill treehouse like community that exists online that you can go and talk to and send your schematics to, I'm sure, or, submit questions to their YouTube channel and really get down to the nitty gritty of it. Maybe like 100,000 people.
You could do that, or turn him into an iPad kid and get some fucking peace and quiet.
That's true.
Babysitter's here. I'll tell you right now. You download Lego Fortnite, you will know how to build a incredible.
Okay, I'll really get in.
I'm telling you,
that's some shit someone would do. Would build their treehouse with Lego. That's some millennial shit.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what's funny is I'm my daughter's almost 2, and so I've been forced to watch some of the worst YouTube content.
And she's already smoking weed too.
So
did you say you were blowing weed in her face?
I'm trying to.
Hell yeah.
No, that's a lie. I'm trying to graduate to Disney content. Something more interesting for me. I gotta listen to this shit all fucking day.
Right now you're watching Coco Melon. You want to fucking suck on the barrel.
We've graduated to Beauty and the Beast, and I've watched Beauty and the Beast maybe 1,000 times in the last couple of months, and it's good to go back, see some of these Disney classic, the VHSs we used to have were like Lion King, Beauty and the Beast.
About that mermaid shit.
We were on that for a while, trust me. But the part that
you watched that a lot, that one?
Yes, big time.
Sitting next to your,
and she likes Ursula. The funny thing about all this is what kids think about is it's just such a trip. She liked Ursula, but in Beauty and the Beast, there's one scene she likes in Beauty and the Beast is the funniest shit. Gaston he wants Belle so badly. He's like, I'm gonna have her, blah blah blah. And she loves books. She's weird because she likes books. This is the whole thing, right? She goes and she gets her book, and Gaston goes and there's one scene where he's like, oh, you don't need books. Like, there's no pictures in here. And he like knocks the book out of her hands into the mud. And my daughter thinks that's the most fire scene in the movie. We've watched it 10,000 times. I'm like,
that's like a lightsaber battle for me.
Like, what's she thinking? Why is this? She goes, Gaston takes the book away. I'm like, yeah, he does. She's like, that's bad. I'm like, yeah, that's for sure.
She's like, she's like, for me, dude, I love reading that.
Yeah.
For me,
yeah,
I would be so mad if Gaston took my book. Run that shit back.
Run it back.
No, I see it as the opposite. Yeah. I feel like she relates to that because she's 2. She's just
just
about
2. Yeah.
Then she's probably like, books are hard. There's no pictures. I agree. Gaston's got a point. Books.
I've been trying to decipher what it means. Like, what's she thinking? And I'm like, I'm just a fucking idiot. I don't know what's going on. I'm gonna let her ride. Whatever. What is better
let her
watching,
ride. No, definitely.
Miss
She's
Rachel.
Like Gaston hits Belle like Daddy does with Mommy.
No.
That's a joke. Everyone knows that's a joke. Everyone knows, bro. I'm not a liar. I'm a really hilarious joker, dude. A little defensive over here. What's going on? So what's up? You post up next to your baby and you're like, the seaweed is always greener.
I put the sing-along on. The Disney has both versions. They have the sing-along where they put all the lyrics up, and I start busting out tunes.
Hell yeah.
In privacy, of course,
Oh, sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that in public, obviously. I'd have to get singing lessons first.
You gotta sing.
Yeah, you gotta get those singing lessons, bro. Don't you want your kid to be a singer?
I actually wouldn't mind if my child could like bust out a tune. I mean, I can't sing. My wife.
It's CRISPR styles. CRISPR styles. You do create a character for your child. What are you putting points in?
Yeah.
Strength. How many points are going into strength? 1 to 5.
Golf is very high right now. I got to say, so. Okay,
but so that's
hand-eye coordination.
That's agility.
Lot in
that's
there.
agility.
Yeah.
Agility and maybe endurance, intelligence. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I want to max all of it. Is it possible just for me to max everything? Is that not an option here?
You only have a certain amount of skill points. Yeah. Where do you put intelligence?
Man, I also want to
doing a zero intelligence run is hilarious in Fallout 3.
Yeah, that's great.
You play through the game, you play through the whole game, and your character's just like goo goo. And like because you put zero intelligence, so you can be mad strong, and people are like, "Is something wrong with him?" And you're like, and you can't like make sentences and stuff.
That's actually very funny. Yeah,
it is cool that the back in the day they let games do that. But see, like Starfield came out, and I put 100 hours into it. And this YouTuber that I love, this guy Nakey Jakey, he'll make these great critiques of video games. He made this video about Starfield that was so accurate, I uninstalled it.
Whoa!
I was like, I fucking hate this game, bro.
What did he say?
What was the take? Well, what was the take?
He just spoke honestly about it because Starfield's a game like it's kind of like Skyrim, but not as good as Skyrim. But it's a game where it's running on that old engine, so you got to use your imagination to play it a bit.
Yes.
Like when I played Starfield. I like one session for a couple hours, what I did was I went and I bought the same clothing and I made all of my crew wear the same clothing. So they look like they're part of like my crew. And so I had to go find the same green suit. And then I went to the place where you can recreate your entire character if you wanted to change how your character looks. But all I did was I spent the full cost of it. And all I did was I increased my lip size by 3%. So I was like, and that's what I did. This whole thing took like an hour and a half. And that was my session. It was like, oh, I bought my boys clothing and then I got my lips done. I got lip
This
injections.
is how you spend your time doing this?
But like that's the type of game it is. It's like an imagination. You got to use your imagination in the game. Exactly.
Big role play. Big role play.
That's why you'd like Alan Wake 2.
Yeah,
where
let me
it's
have
like
the guns
it's a
and all that
story.
stuff. Let's
Oh, there's
go.
guns. There's guns.
Yeah.
There's guns.
No, I know, but I don't have an hour and a half to do that. What you just described there, I won't get the satisfaction that you're deriving from that person.
Well, that's it. I wasn't really getting the satisfaction. So when I watched like the Nikki Jakey video, I was like, "Fuck this game, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck this shit."
Yeah.
Damn.
I get it.
I hate when someone ruins something like that for you, though. It's kind of like sucks when they just point.
When you're eating something, you're eating like a someone's like, "You don't think it tastes fishy at all?" And you're like,
No.
"Wait, the fuck? Maybe."
It's kind of like
Maybe
what
it
we talked
does.
about when someone's got like a little booger in their face. You know, you're like, it's just kind of like, oh man, like I'm off.
I
it
don't
now.
want to look at you anymore.
Yeah, I'm mad. About this.
Forever,
Not even your fault. I'm
forever,
just
you're
mad,
mad.
yeah.
Go away from me. I don't want to see that anymore.
Matt, what's the latest thing you've watched? Like, what have you one of the latest things you've? Because you're a big 40X guy. Lit, you know about 40X?
Oh, I love
No.
40X.
You don't know about 40X?
No, break it down for me. I know, I'm just an idiot
God.
baby on this. I'm just
No.
No.
This is like idiot California shit.
It's a big
Okay.
California thing. I mean, I think that so it started in Asia and they brought it here. There was a version of it here that was basically like it's a theatrical gimmick, right? So in certain gimmicks, Regal has it in the US. It used to be like a rumble seat, the thing that would like shake
Okay,
your
yeah.
seat.
Oh
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
they-
Okay, no, I know what you're talking about.
no,
Okay.
but that's AVX. It goes deeper.
That's older. So now they've completely upgraded. It is now 4 seats in a set, and it's on a
Okay.
complete 360 pivot.
Oh,
So
damn.
and there's more. Buckle up. There's so much more. So it rotates as the camera moves or it rumbles. I saw Godzilla -1 in that. And it like, oh, so good. It rumbles when it happens. Also, there are smells. So it'll shoot a smell that is tied to a
Okay,
part of the
yeah.
movie. Also, there's water that shoots at you. Also,
It's
there's
just
snow
it's a
that
full on
attacks you.
attack. It's a full on
Full-on
attack on your senses.
Force all of your senses.
You think
every
of it as
sense
an
possible.
attack. Matt thinks of it as an embrace.
I love
Actually,
it. I
he
take
loves
it
You know what?
on.
I think I
Love
saw
it.
you post about. I think you went on your birthday. Or did
Oh,
you go?
yeah,
somewhere? I think I saw
yeah,
a post of all
yeah,
this.
yeah.
He
Yeah.
loves it.
You were
He loves it.
you were like
it.
super
Bro,
hyped.
I
I'm
went-
like, damn, he's really into this. I was like, all right.
I went
Harley-
to Indiana Jones with this guy. I got Blaze Cell before, and what it does is like it like shakes you and moves you, and it makes some scenes that would be whatever. Like I don't like car chases in movies. I find them so boring now. It makes a car chase a fucking thing. Like you hit the fruit stand and like water splashes your face. But like I'm like high and I'm like fucking bouncing around. I'm like, and I also have it on like max because you can
Mhm.
ease
Oh,
it up
there's
a
a
bit.
you have a
It's
sensitivity
fucking-
setting.
It's
if
like
you
someone
Yeah.
grabbing me,
Oh, that's
fucking
sick.
shaking me and
Yeah.
spitting in
Like that.
my face and like making me smell their armpit.
Oh, they
I'm
thought
like,
about everything.
I've been thrown from the chair. Like I've
Oh,
I've
it
run
literally it does, dude. It can actually toss you. It's like
Yeah.
fucking crazy.
It's
okay,
insane.
next time I'm in LA,
Yeah,
I'm gonna go with
I'll
you.
bring
man.
you.
You're gonna,
I'll
I'm
bring
gonna have
you.
to have my first experience.
Harley won't go. Harley and my girlfriend
No,
have an
100%.
intervention. They'd have an intervention with me and tell
They're
me
like,
That's
you got
different,
problems?
dude. That's different.
Yeah.
Listen,
You have an
maybe,
addiction. You're addicted to 40X. You gotta calm
maybe
down.
I didn't have it. I just the fact that I had an intervention with him and that I
And
don't
ordered all the talk about, yeah.
that I don't always want to go are different things.
Yes,
I would
yes.
go for sure if you were going Lynch 100%.
Okay.
And there are some movies like Godzilla -1. I'm thinking about that one because it sounds pretty fun.
Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
But then
highest
like,
rated
Matt,
box office movie of the year. Are you kidding me?
Matt is like he's brought all his friends there so many times. He's making new friends for 40X people.
I am.
He's
I am.
like
I've-
making a
I've-
connection. You want to see? I heard about this 40X thing. You ever? I thought it was pretty cool.
You want to
should
check it out? We should go.
Yeah, oh, he's playing it real cool. Like on the
I've
first
run
movie.
out of friends to go with to these things.
But
Like I
only
brought.
because, bro, he goes to everything.
The hardest part for me,
everything.
the hardest thing for me would be like a liquid substance coming on me.
You could turn that off.
You could turn
Okay.
that off.
I turned it off.
Because that to
halfway
me is
through.
where I kind of
I turned it off halfway through, and Matt was like, "Cheater."
I turned it off. Well,
it's kind of true. You do have to experience it. So
I saw Batman, the Pattinson Batman movie, and
It's just raining the whole time.
in 4DX, just pouring on you. No, it's the end of the movie when he like falls into the water, and it's like, oh no, Batman's dead, and it's like a really dramatic moment, and then he like jumps out of the water as it's happening, and I was like into the movie as it's happening. I was like, and the water shot directly into my mouth, and I was like, all right, maybe I turn.
You know, it's like water through the tubes of
it's
movie theater.
There's a little bit of butter in there. There's a little bit of
what's their safety standard for water? Yeah, what do they got going on with that water?
I can't imagine it's very good. That's probably
a good YouTube video, actually.
That's how COVID started. Yeah,
investigating 4DX as a YouTube video is a good one.
Diving into it.
Yeah, 1 hour long.
So I went to
documentary.
My first experience of the 4DX was a long time ago. Like when they first brought it, I went to go see Transformers, and so the ticket was very expensive at the time. It was like $30. It was like double. And I went, and people were like, how was it? I was like, bro, you literally go see Transformers, but you pay more to have Michael Bay spit in your face while you watch it. Because the water thing was like, they used it a lot. There's like fighting by the water. You got sprayed all the time. And I was just like, this is crazy. But LA does some funny shit. Like they're trying to make movies so much more of an experience, and they don't always know how to do it. And 4DX is probably the best way. What I saw was like a deep immersion movie, which was the screens at the front.
Oh yeah.
But then like in segments on the side are panels.
Yep.
And the panels kind of like match the screen, and they match like what's going on, or even
like they extend the frame, you're saying?
They might extend it. Sometimes they don't extend it, so it has like the ambience of that scene. And
I saw Ezra Miller flash that way, and there are certain scenes that are cool, and for the most part, it's then the rest of it is just like a red and yellow blur.
Don't bring that
up.
Flash, I pushed
because you know what? There's so much hype with that movie. The amount of hype that they put with all the leaks and all the stuff they were talking about, like man,
there was a lot of
they canceled Batgirl. They're like, $100 million gone. They're like, goodbye to $100 million Batgirl. They're like, but this movie, we have to preserve it. We have to get this movie out.
Tom Cruise said so,
and I was like.
All the hype
I put on. I'm like,
Tom Cruise said it. You love Tom Cruise.
Well, listen, Tom is. I mean, you can't. I mean, you can hate on a few things, but he is.
I think his hype came from the fact that he was like, he knew that this one of the oldest Hollywood studios that ever existed needed a win. And he's like, if they go under, it could be real bad for movies, which is why I think Tom Cruise was like hyping that movie up. It's not a good movie, top to bottom, for sure.
But I have high expectations, Matt. Like huge expectations.
What expectations did you have that it was gonna like be like?
I just thought it was. I was like, wow, this is gonna be a 10 on 10.
Dude, Lynch. Experience. I have a text message to Harley that I could probably screenshot that says, "I can't believe we're 1 week away from Flash coming out and changing movies as we know."
Yes.
Like I literally thought it was going to change the face of superhero movies. I thought it was going to be the big like Keaton. How long have we ever wanted Keaton to come back as Batman? And he did. And what a waste. What a fucking waste.
Yeah, it was funny.
Their PR team got me so good on that one. I just, I was so mad about it. I was actually mad about it. I turned on when this pisses me off.
But it's a bummer. It's a real bummer, especially because I mean, I love DC. I love what they're doing. I love all the stuff. I love multiverse concepts. What a waste that last scene was. Like, it's such a bummer.
Oh, in terms of immersion, by the way, Matt has like the thing that I was talking about.
Are you talking lights?
The extra
I had
panels,
a weird thing.
The panels on the side you're talking about?
Yeah, the thing on the panels on the side. I hope this reads. This is me playing Final Fantasy at Matt's house, and like just look at. He had the LEDs to respond.
You get a reflection on your.
Yeah, but you still see it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. You get it.
Oh, like it's just all the lights and stuff behind the TV react, and that's kind of like what the experience was like.
You boys have a good time, man. The two of you guys get together. Harley comes to LA. You sit down. You
$50 at Taco Bell.
Yeah. You order. I was gonna say more like $200 at Taco Bell, ready to go. You know, dude, you're kind of like the open. You know what you guys are like. You know, I imagine what it's like is the opening scene to. What do you call it? This is the end. This is the end. Yes, you know, and
100%.
And Harley shows up. You got the joints rolled up. You got the movies ready to go. His favorite DVDs. You know, whatever it is. Or I just feel like that's your relationship is exactly that.
There's a couple times where I was at Matt's. He wasn't there for an extended period of time. Like Matt's in my bedroom right now.
Yeah, this is his bedroom.
That's my bedroom.
His bed was right here.
Oh, that's where you were sleeping.
Yeah, and it's just
that's
like
pretty cool. Actually, I'm not gonna lie.
It is cool. We have a good time. We have a great time. But like, I also like always stay at like I would always go and stay in these scummy hotels in Los Angeles, and then I started going to Mats, and it's a great time there. And it keeps me out of the scum. But then I tell people, they're like, "Where are you at? What's going on? You fucking killing it at the Roosevelt in that fucking suite, dude?" And I'm like, "No, I'm at my buddy's house, sleeping on the floor of his computer room." And they're always like, "Oh, damn, you must be going through some shit." They don't know that. I just like it better. I'm like, "Nah, dude, they got Xbox here."
It's a different vibe. We're not 26 anymore. We're not doing it anymore. We're old men. We gotta sit. We gotta have.
We're not 26 anymore. Download Fortnite.
Download Fortnite. I'm telling you,
guys, we're not 26 anymore. Your shirt says the 7th annual Capital Jizz.
Jizz. It's a Jizz Fest. You guys like Jizz? You guys like Jizz? You ever been to Jizz?
I did a little jism in my sleep again.
I want to ask you. I want to cover one food story for you, Matt. I want your opinion.
Yeah.
So I saw this what I thought was pretty hilarious thing where this woman, she went into a Chipotle and absolutely lost her shit. This is a couple months back. She threw her chicken burrito bowl at the employee's face. And so fast forward to like last week, there was a judgment rendered against this person. And part of it felt like kind of out of a movie. Maybe there will be a movie about this, or at least a short, where she could take a lower jail term, like 90 days, like 180 days, or like 90 days suspended, but for 60 in exchange, 60 days working at a fast food restaurant 20 hours a week. And she chose that option. So that makes sense. So she could have stayed like 180 days in jail, but instead she could do 90 and then work 2 months, 20 hours a week at a fast food restaurant.
Is all the money going towards the damages?
I think it all, yeah, just like she just have to work at a fast food restaurant.
So this is the equivalent of like you couldn't pay your bill, wash the dishes.
Kind of.
Right?
I'm like, this is, do judges just sit up there and like, hey, you could go to jail, but listen, you could also
live through the plot of a Pauly Shore.
Pretty much, right?
1991.
That's insane. I mean,
Pauly Shore would eat this roll up, dude.
Oh, for sure. For sure. You mean the weasel's gotta serve juice?
Yeah, you guys are onto something with that for sure.
I like that. I don't know. I mean, I feel like that's better. Like, look, I'm not to like get into it, but like the like prison system here is awful, right? So
you killed someone, you got to work at the morgue for 3 months.
Okay, well that's different. Here's the thing: if the crime that she is guilty for is assaulting workers and disrespect and like damages to the place, like if I drove my car through a Macy's window and I either had to go to jail or I had to work long enough to pay off the fixing the window.
Definitely.
I think that's better, right?
Would you go to jail if the work that you're doing in jail counts as double XP? Like you're in jail, but the work is faster now. Like it's like you could do 1 full year working in Macy's, or
you could do like let's do 30 days.
30 days. 30 days in jail.
Prison
working.
Is awful. I think I'd rather work at Macy's.
Yeah, I feel like it's
I don't know, man. Yeah, it feels like you're getting something
we can't
out of it.
Look at us, bro. We're sitting here talking about Fortnite. We go to jail, they'll tear our ass up, bro.
Oh, I did share
Fortnite in jail.
I did share in the group chat the video just so you can get like see kind of what I'm talking about here. If you look in the sort of chat there. Just fast forward to the incident. Because the other funny part about it is that this person was in court and they're like, yeah, you should have seen how bad this bull was. It was terrible.
She got like a fighter build.
She's like, but the crazy part, she went back a month later, and she's like, I went back later, and the bull was completely different. And this is how mad. I'm like, how mad do you have to be throwing your? How bad does the bull have to be? What happened here? Chipotle is pretty consistent, no?
Wow, she is built like a fighter.
She went and that's what she was mad about.
Oh, she threw the bull.
No, she went. That's pretty serious. That's like a serious assault.
But because she got a different bowl, the bowl was made differently.
She went back twice. She gets to choose.
She gets to choose what she puts on it.
Yeah, it's her fault.
Yeah, I agree. I don't understand. Like, people walk around so angry in this world. It's crazy to me that this is how you act
like
in public.
Keemstar. He's pissed off right now.
He's so mad. Everyone's so mad.
Yeah, I was in an incident recently myself because I generally try and stay out of it. Because I've had, I've involved myself before and it's not ended well for me. But I was at McDonald's going through. I usually would go to the drive-through. I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to go to the drive-through. But it was packed. So I'm like, okay, I'll go inside. So I park and I go inside. And I walked in mid-argument, to be fair. But like, this guy was just just going off about God knows what. And I'm like, and I felt I'm like, I had to say something. It was just so rude. And he could have been right, maybe.
Hello, another man in here now that is capable of maybe tussling with this guy.
It was great. I could
Who
have
else could say something?
He was just berating this person. And it could have been maybe he had a legitimate gripe. I don't know. But just the punishment didn't fit the crime, or the reaction didn't fit whatever this crime was.
Was he a part of a particular religion? Anything about this?
I don't want to get into what. No. It's just a white man. It was just a white man going off. To be honest with you,
I didn't care, bro.
Yeah. So I said, I was like, excuse me, sir, can you just tone it down a little bit? Which was
that hits hard.
No, that hits hard.
It did, and luckily I'm in Canada, so I'm a little less worried about potential. I figured
so
it'd be a fist fight. It would be a fist fight at worst. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I de-escalated the situation, but I usually would stay out of it at this age. Maybe in my early 20s.
Were you like, gosh, I really wish Harley was here right now?
No, I didn't think that at all. Harley.
They're like, hey,
I mean,
hey, my baby cousin said that you're a bitch.
The two of us is pretty intimidating, I would say. Three of us would be a big move.
Yeah, it would be done. I mean, that same shit happened to you, Harley, at Six Flags. You inserted yourself into an incident with people fighting with
hold on. When Harley was
what did I do?
In his boxing phase, when he was in his big boxing phase, he was fronting on everyone he saw.
This was most recent trip. You were here. Remember the terrible service. It's in the vlog. The terrible service, and the guy, his name was Harley too. He was like getting.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. They were like, I was with Matt, and I saw like a guy beefing with a worker. And for no reason other than me being kind of wasted, I was like, I'm gonna go over there and see what's going on. See if I can. And everyone's like, well, sit down. I'm like, here, hold my camera. And I walked over and I just kind of stood amongst them.
Yeah.
And when I stood between them, their energy dropped to like 40%.
Yeah.
Because they were each thinking like, oh shit, is this guy with him?
Yeah. Whose side is he on?
No.
Yeah. So they dropped the 40%. And I was like, And I'm there and I was like, very interesting. And I'm looking at them. And then anyways, I ended up talking to the guy. I was like, what's going on here? And he was like, coupons and whatever. And I was like, anyways, dude, yeah. And he was like, I'm a Jew from Montreal. And I was like, well, me too. I was like, except my name's Harley. And he was like, my name's Harley. And his name was Harley. And then I walked away and I was like, bro, I can't believe the Jew from Montreal named Harley at Six Flags. I'm not even the craziest one.
And then we were all like, dude, you're wasted. You were talking to a mirror, you idiot.
A mirror retarder?
Mirror retarded.
No, it's jokes about that. That whole thing is, it reminds me of me being at Six Flags and being like, I can't believe the Jew named Harley is not me. It's someone else. But there's that guy who's a producer. And I've said this before on the podcast, but his name is Hartley Gorenstein.
Oh yeah.
And what's crazy about that is like, I can't believe I'm not the most successful guy whose name rhymes with Schmarley Schmorn. Like I'm literally not neither. He's not the most successful guy whose name rhymes with Schmust and Schminch, because there's a Dustin Lynch out there.
That's true.
So it's just like,
but that's more common. Like Lynch is a very common last name. I mean, that's everywhere. Look me up in the phone book. There's a million of them.
There's a lot.
What about that? What about that red number 3? Keep seeing everywhere. We'll talk about red number 3.
Oh, well, the red number 3 is banned in the UK. It's the red dye that they use.
Oh yeah, in sodas, right?
In candy and soda. But even I didn't know this, but they have it in Vyvanse. I was like, oh damn, they put it in Vyvanse. I was like, I get
it direct. That's why.
That's why I pulled it out. I was like, oh damn.
Red dye number 3. Like, what's so crazy about that is we have like snacks and stuff out there that are like, oops, all red dye number 3.
Yeah. Well, we talked about the colors, right? You're like, oh, like flavor, like the
colors,
the red flavor. We always talk about like the red, like it's something we've talked about, but it's crazy that the red flavor is actually probably killing you.
For sure,
dude. That's why. How do you know that the?
But red and yellow, red and yellow. It makes sense that red light. Even now now I'm connecting all the dots. It's like red light, stop, bad. They're like
red, bad.
They've been telling us. Hot. They've been telling us this whole time, and we're just eating our fucking Jolly Ranchers and not giving a shit.
But that's how you know.
I'm amazed it took that long for Red number 3 to get banned there, because Canada has you guys have a standard for food that we abandoned fucking centuries ago.
Yeah, you guys
y'all have you actually make real
our
food
meat
and,
looks different. And
We
tastes
needed,
right.
but we needed that. We still we need that fruit by the foot money. We need that fruit roll up import, the gushers import. We need that. So we're about red dye number 3 also.
Yeah,
But
we're
that's
in
why
the UK is not
in,
about
in
it.
Texas,
No.
number 1 selling soda is big red dye number 3.
Yeah, big red dye. Big red dye. It tastes like bubble gum. It's fucking disgusting. But that's why you guys don't have good Taco Bells up there, is because y'all have the standard of food. Harley's brought me to we went to a Wendy's. He's like, the Wendy's food here is so much better. I was like, yeah, because they actually have standard control.
Yeah, but
Wendy's here,
doesn't translate. It doesn't translate to Taco Bell. The Taco Bell, you need it to be shit.
Exactly.
It
The
needs to
worse
be
it
like
is, the
that.
better it is. Yeah, 100%. I don't want
I'm kind of
gourmet
craving Taco Bell now.
That's why I'm
kinda into it now.
sometimes I'm like, I might like Del Taco better than Taco Bell. And they're like, why would you like Del Taco better than Taco Bell? I'm like, because it's worse.
Yeah, it is worse. You turned me on to the
Looking for
Del
the
Taco
worst.
burgers. The burgers are great.
They're great. I love them. I always force people to get the fucking double Del Taco burger.
And they just added the cookie butter milkshake. Ooh.
Ooh, the cookie.
Hold on,
butter,
have you had
Cookie butter.
Culver's before?
Culver's, no.
No, okay.
Good,
This is the big.
And I
one we
forgot
gotta
to get it on the way out of Texas. Yeah,
Yeah, we got to
if
get
there's
that
one thing that people answer a lot of, they either say Taco Bell or Culver's. We've had a
Culver's
couple
is-
Culver's fans.
Interesting.
Yeah, they got like a Wisconsin squeaky cheese.
There's a
burger
Culver's in
patty.
Glendale? Are you fucking kidding me?
Apparently, it's
Damn,
apparently
you're
it's a
lucky, bro.
top tier.
Oh, frozen custard. Yeah, I've driven by here. I've never had it. Is it good?
Oh.
If
If
people,
everyone
people
hypes
hype
it up
it?
big time.
We haven't.
Yeah.
The hype is on another level. I would say people.
Oh,
a lot of
man.
people are recommending Culver's. In fact, we're gonna
And
go
they say
eat
if you do go there, get the squeaky cheese, the cheese curd patty
Okay.
cheeseburger. Or number 1 recommendation is their fish sandwich.
Oh, wow. Well, I mean, Harley, next time we're here, there's one under 5
I'm finna
miles.
fucking make a trip down just for this.
Yeah, you got to
Let's
come
do
out
it.
just for this. Fuck
Yeah,
Texas.
well, fucking
Get out of
snort ketamine
Texas.
at your pool and fucking dance to Persian music and hit some dude's hookah in the hot tub.
All of it. All those things that we did last year and we're going to do again. It's
And
gonna
I'll
be
come
it.
by to do the 40X. How about that?
Yeah, please.
And I'll
Yeah,
pop in.
please.
You need that. You need that.
Just do it. You need it once. You got to do it once. So you could be
I'll
like,
do
I
it.
think I
No,
don't ever
I'm
need to
in.
do
I'm
it.
in.
Yeah.
You've convinced me. You know
It's
what?
so
I trust
fun.
you. You're a trustworthy guy. That's what I got to say.
Thank you.
Also trust you, Matt, to be a part of some cool wrestling thing, pro wrestling. Where could people find that? Where could people find you? Matt Raub on Instagram.
At Matt Raub on Instagram, at Wrestling Pro Wrestling on Instagram. You can also find all of our previous shows at the former venue on YouTube.
What's big coming up? Something coming up that's
Yeah, big event.
Big.
February 9th. This is the first one that I'm producing. So we're doing a big show.
it's live. Is it streamed anywhere?
It'll be streamed on Twitch, Wrestling Pro Wrestling on Twitch. It's
Okay, I'm definitely going to give that a follow.
Oh, what's your
Same-
YouTube? What's your YouTube channel? Like you have content up right now?
no. For Wrestling Pro Wrestling. So if you go there, you'll see like all the previous shows. So it's
Okay,
it's
cool.
YouTube.
But you're producing the one upcoming. You're running
So I
production
just
for
joined
that.
the team. Yeah, I just joined the team. I'm partnering. I'm going to host that episode or that show.
Amazing.
It's St. Valentine's Day Massacre Under the Sea Dance.
Damn.
It's going to be fucking weird. We're booking out. We've got
Yeah.
some crazy guests that are going to be there. I think we were doing a last man kissing match. So Harley.
Oh, shit.
That's the wrestling shit I like.
What's the
Yeah.
date of that? When's that happening?
February 9th. February 9th in Glendale, California.
Okay,
Tickets
cool.
are available now. Yeah, I can if you
We'll
go
link
to
we'll
either
link it
of
in the
those
description
places.
for you guys and
Hell yeah.
check it out.
Thanks, man. This was a blast.
Brother, yeah, I'm glad you came on. We'll have to do it again sometime.
Hell yeah. We'll talk about X-Men. Me and D can gush about X-Men next time.
Yeah, I'll sit
We'll
there
just
like this.
gush. We'll just gush together.
We just gush on each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Also leave a comment and a like and share the podcast. Tell your friends. Yep.